Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Moments with Me, the show where I talk about my personal experiences and my life stories. All right, everyone, welcome back for another great episode. And in today's episode, I'm going to talk about my first album, DND, which this is a little late, but now that album is 1 year old. Still can't believe it. I can't believe that it came out that long ago. If you haven't listened to the album D&D, I'll put it in the description for you guys to listen to and then come back and then listen to this episode. With all that being said, let's get straight into it. So, with doing my first album, I honestly wanted to tap into music for so long. I really loved music and I really liked the idea of telling a story through a song. In 2024, when I was creating the album, I wanted to creatively express how I was feeling. And I feel like with the album, it just really came in handy for that. I actually had different ideas for what I wanted to do for the album. Originally, it was actually going to be an album where I try out different genres of music to kind of represent the different moods that I had felt. I won't lie, I originally came up with the idea because my heart was broken, so it was kind of going to be like these different genres talking about the different emotions that I had felt at the time. I had tried rapping with the song Alive, and it just kind of it felt like it was meant to be. It really felt like it was meant to be, and I was like, well, why don't I just turn this whole album into a rap album? And also because I wasn't as experienced in some of the songs that I wanted to do, so I didn't really want to push myself too hard. I did a while ago make a song, Rusty Crusty Dusty. It was not a great song. It was not a great song, but I like to look back on it, and I had recorded it at the time it was the GameWorks arcade, and they had a little like singing booth, so you could do like rap songs, singing, whatever. And then I had chosen this random beat that I really liked, and I rapped over it. But yeah, so I did have a little bit of experience, not great experience, and so I also felt like I wanted to kind of prove to myself that I can rap. And I think also back in high school, we had the musical In the Heights. And if you guys know that there's a lot of rapping in that musical. So that honestly also inspired me to try rapping. And I tried rapping the intro song. And and it was like fun. It was a fun idea. Plus my buddy Paolo raps and he was also kind of my inspiration to also try rapping as well. Which speaking of which his birthday's coming up, so if you guys know Paolo, make sure that you send him birthday wishes on March 8th. So cuz his birthday's coming up real soon, so make sure you go and do that. And yeah, and as you guys have heard too, he collaborated on quite a bit of songs and skits in the album because I kind of figured that it should be like a Dynamite D versus Don Paolo build up. And what's really funny is Paolo wrote the song Tropicana where he disses me. He wrote that when we were hanging out in Five Guys. Like I didn't expect him to start writing the song. He just randomly like I saw him on his phone a lot. He was looking at me a lot, and I was like, "Huh?" And then I asked him, I was like, "Are you writing the song right now?" And he's like, "Yeah." And even though I couldn't necessarily write the song because I didn't know what he would say at the time, I did write down some ideas that I had, like kind of to be ready for when he did diss me. I will say, guys, that yes, it was a for fun thing with us dissing each other because obviously we're great pals and stuff. So it was a great time. I had a great time recording the album with him. I wanted it to be like how Eminem does the conceptual albums. I wanted it to be like that. I wanted it to be where there were songs, some skits in between to kind of tell the story throughout the album. Because I didn't really want it to just be an album. I wanted it to be an experience for the audience. I wanted people to enjoy it, and I will say that there's actually a few songs that I have yet to release that I have recorded, and yeah, one day those will get released, and who knows, maybe a new album is on the horizon. Who knows? But yeah, I'm honestly really proud of the album. I really like going back to it and listening to it every now and then. And I think it was honestly really cool too because now I can look back and kind of see the different things that I was feeling, the different emotions, but also like kind of see maybe how I in the future I can see how I have progressed. And I will say if you're thinking about making an album, go for it. It is definitely worth it. I think it was very therapeutic for me because I kind of, a lot of times I tend to be the nice guy, and I feel like with that album, I kind of got to, in an entertaining way, be the mean guy, but again, in a fun way. So I definitely would recommend making your own music for sure, whether it's rock, rap, whatever it is, because it is very therapeutic. It is very nice to create your own songs. And I'm trying to get back on that. I'm trying to get back to creating again, and I'm trying to get back to making music again because it was fun. It was fun, and it was very therapeutic. So it'd be very cool to go back to that. And guys, with all that being said, that's all the time that I have for this episode. So if you liked it, please make sure you like and subscribe, and go listen to DND if you haven't already. And if you have listened to it, comment what your favorite song on the album is. And with all that being said, I will talk to you guys next time.